Hello and welcome back to this moon messages reading. So this is going to be your moon messages from the full moon in Libra on the 25th of March 2024 until the new moon in Aries on the 8th of April 2024. I have already shuffled the cards. I've all got them all set. They're completely different energy to what they normally are, and I've picked you out a crystal for the moon cycle as well. If this is your first time coming to this channel, hi, I am Leanne Marie. I'm an intuitive card reader and spiritual mentor and healer. And if you would like to know more about me, all my details are in the description box, and I do book personal readings if you want to book a personal reading for me, as these are just general readings, so they won't resonate with everyone, okay? So I will just go straight into the reading for you. So the first card we have is Elves, Playfulness. So really bright card here. This brings through an energy of like getting in touch with your child self again, getting in touch with playfulness, fun activities. If sometimes when we are on this spiritual journey, or when we start to become a bit more self-aware, we become into all of this stuff, and we start to kind of look at ourselves a bit more and reflect on our moods and our lives, we can lose a sense of fun. We can lose that sense of humor and playfulness and joy. And we also, as adults, if you're not in the kind of into all of the spiritual stuff, I know you're watching this, so you must be, but if you don't really resonate with what I've just said, it's sometimes about the responsibility of being an adult and all of the things that come with that. So work, family, all of the other responsibilities, money, keeping a house, all of that stuff, right? It can get in the way, and as I'm sure many of you know, can get in the way of being able to have fun, to relax, to have joyful experiences. I woke up one morning this week and I had the word pleasure in my head, and I just felt like I needed to connect with areas of life which bring me joy and pleasure. So, I used to listen to music all the time, and I haven't really listened to music as much because, in all honesty, I've been watching a lot more YouTube and watching a lot more readings. I've been using the internet for different things other than fun things, and been stuck in a lot of life stuff recently, things that have been going on in my life that haven't been joyful, that haven't been pleasant, that have not been bringing me much pleasure. So if you were to ask yourself what brings you joy and pleasure, and write down all of those things, and then maybe pick one of them to just do right now, or just after you've watched this video, right? Give yourself permission to let yourself feel joy and pleasure, okay? And get in touch with your playfulness and fun again, because you need it. Okay, so the next card we have is Breathe Through the Tension. So, this goes perfectly well with the last card. You may be going through some things which are causing you tension, stress, anxiety, worry, all of those things that just stop you enjoying life and being in your joy and pleasure. But breathe through it, ride through the waves, right? Don't try and block them or protect yourself from it, numb things out, distract yourself. Sometimes distraction can be helpful, especially if you're having anxiety attacks, panic attacks. But in terms of if it's just a general mood, or you're kind of finding yourself wallowing in things, it's better to just feel it and experience it and allow yourself to go through this emotion to kind of get over that hurdle in a way, to then be able to look forward and do other things and motivate yourself. And because the longer you kind of block those feelings or numb those feelings out, the more they'll stay there and the less they'll shift, and you'll just be stuck and you just won't move forward, and you'll feel like you're not getting anywhere. Okay, so breathe through them, feel through them, talk through them, cry through them, whatever you need to do. Allow yourself to feel them. Last night I watched a sad film with a friend, and we had a conversation about that. We were like, right, we have a choice. We can watch a really funny film, or we can watch a sad film. And she said something really interesting to me. She said, oh, I wouldn't watch a sad film on my own. And I was like, well, that's what I love doing, because I just really allow myself to just let everything out when I'm on my own. If I'm with someone else, I kind of feel like I have to filter it a bit and, you know, stop myself and don't allow myself to just let it all out. So we had that conversation, and yeah, it's just interesting. So it just came to me. So what do? Do you allow yourself to do it, or do you block yourself and filter yourself? Okay, next card we have is Be Humble. This is really interesting, actually, because this is another conversation I had with my friend last night, and I feel like maybe this is, you know, the time I'm meant to do the reading, because I was going to do it earlier, but now it makes more sense because I had this conversation and it brings this up for this card, right? So be humble. We were talking about people like coaches, or even teachers or doctors, or, you know, we came across a video where this guy was a doctor and he was talking about people who know it all, right? People who kind of pretend to know it all, or they believe they know it all, and they're telling people like, this is the way it is and that's it, right? So they either have experiences or they've learned things, and then they share it with the world, and they're like, this is the only way, or this is how it is, right? There's no other way. And they don't think about the person-centeredness of it. They don't think about the individuality, trying to get that word out. They don't think about how people are so different, and people are on different paths and different journeys and have different feelings and experiences and fears and beliefs and all of that, right? We are all multifaceted, and one way isn't going to be the same way for all. And I definitely do not like to support people in that way. Every reading I do, every mentoring session I do, healing session I do, every time I'm supporting someone, I will always think in terms of their individuality and what's right for them, not what I believe is the right thing. And I will say, if you are following people on social media, or if you are having coaching sessions or counselling sessions, or, you know, anything like that, with anyone who does it in that way, just question it, right? And just feel into it and feel into your body whether that feels right, okay? Because anyone who can actually step back and say, I don't know everything, I hold my hand up and I do not know everything, and I don't know what's best for you, only you know what's best for you. Those people are humbled, right? They are realizing that we don't always have all the answers, right? And we can just be a facilitator and a guide to help other people find the answers for themselves, because ultimately you know the answer within you, and the right sort of the right people to help you would be those people who tease that out of you, who allow you to bring that to the surface and help you find your way. Okay, so that's a message for someone, I believe. So let me know in the comments if that does resonate for you. Okay, next two cards came out together. We have Will and we have Protection. Right, so I'm immediately getting someone who is maybe trying something new for themselves. Oh, I've got a light, so it's probably just, yeah, reflecting on that. Yeah, so I've got someone in my mind, well, not someone, but like a person who is maybe going through a bit of a change in themselves. So say, for instance, they are deciding they want to look after their health a bit more, and they are thinking about the types of food that they want to eat now, and they're changing up their diet, or they're switching something up, like, you know, stopping smoking or stopping drinking alcohol or drinking more water or whatever it is. You need willpower for that, right? If you've been doing something for a long time, I'm getting a phone in my head. So for me, one of those things is phones, right? I find it really difficult to get off my phone at night. This is something I also spoke to my friend about last night. I swear this is just a this is just telling you about my night with my friend. And we were talking about how I just struggle to come off my phone at night, and, you know, I always go to bed late, and then I always wake up early, so I'm quite tired, and it's a habit, right? And I need willpower. And I was talking about how I really probably need a whole day off my phone, or 2 days, and just switch off from the world. But There's always this niggle in my head going, well, what about if someone needs me? What about if someone, needs to contact me, or, there's something important? And then I was like, really? Like, how often does that happen? At the moment, maybe because I've got some things going on, but like after that, no. Like I can probably take a day or two, or, a few days off my phone, and probably no one will notice, right? So are you protecting yourself? The protection card is here. Are you protecting yourself in a way from, I don't even know what you're protecting yourself from. Like, it's kind of like this shield that you've got up, and that shield would be something like the excuses, right? The excuses that you're making that you think are true, like that, right? Oh, maybe someone will need me urgently. That's like a block, that's a shield of protection, and I don't know what you're protecting yourself from. Maybe it's fear of something happening or not working out, or, maybe it's a fear of failure or fear of success or whatever that is. But ask yourself, if I am willing myself to do something good for my growth and my evolution, what are those things that I am putting up? Like, what barriers am I putting up, and why am I putting those up? So ask yourself, how are you protecting yourself in a way? Okay, really good question to ask. Okay, next 3 cards that come out together, we have the masculine, we have resistance, and we have discernment, but in reverse, which is interesting. So how are we going to read these? Okay, so masculine is all about leading. It's about action, taking action. I'm not going to go through all of the things that come up generally when I talk about masculine energy, but it's about taking action, stepping forward, doing something for yourself, leading, planning, organising, right? They're all good traits of the masculine energy, and they all reside in all of us, whether it doesn't depend. I always say it's not about gender, it's about the energy, and it's about the abilities that we have, that and it's all about the energy, really. So it's that doing, organising, we all have that, don't we, right? As opposed to feminine, which is receiving and relaxing and going with the flow, right? So we all have those abilities. Resistance. So there is a resistance here of doing, of organising, of planning, of taking action, right? So why are you resisting that? And that's another question. I'm really drawn to, hang on, I don't know why, but I think it's a ladybird, or even though it's strange because it's not, I don't know if you probably can't see on here, there's a little thing here, and it looks like it should be a ladybird, but I think it's more of a beetle because it's got like stripes. It's really interesting because I was just like, why are my eyes drawn to that? Now, the fact that I thought it was a ladybird and it's not, it's got stripes. It's like something's looking like it shouldn't do, right? So, oh my God, I've just noticed there is an actual ladybird down the bottom. And that is bright red, and that's got spots. Now that is definitely a ladybird, and I didn't see that at the start. I did not notice that. And so there's something about that, there's something in that, right? That you are seeing things that that don't look like they should do. And I have no idea what this message is, but I'm just going by what's coming through. So what is it that you're seeing that doesn't look right? Or you're questioning it? Are you seeing something around you that you don't feel right about, or doesn't look like it should do? Something like that. And you're missing the actual real thing, right? And I have no idea what this means. I'm just going by what's coming. So tell me if that makes any sense at all, right? I feel like you are gripping onto things. I feel like you're holding on too tight to things, and that is like a resistance, right? If you were to let go, that's letting go of the resistance. So that is exactly what you need to do. So look at this card, so gripping on, right? And that's exactly what you need to do, is let go of that resistance, start seeing things around you. Start paying attention to things around you, because you will see the real thing if you pay attention, right? So I think that's what the message is. And there's something about growth here. There's a lot of growth to be had once you let go of that. Once you let go of that resistance. Can't get my words out today. Now, discernment, it was in reverse. So if there was discernment just upright, that would be to tell you to discern situations, to really weigh up the pros and cons, and to really feel into things and pay attention to how you feel about things. But actually, because let that go. I just dropped it. Let that go, right? I love that. It's like almost like someone knocked that out of my hand. It was like, you need to stop. You need to stop really overthinking things. You need to stop weighing things up. You need to just take action, right? You need to let go of that resistance, whatever's stopping you, those barriers, those blocks of protection from that other card, and start taking action. Just make a decision, because once you do that, you'll build your confidence. You will just know, you'll know whether it was the right thing or not. And if it's not the right thing, if it's a choice you're making, if it's not the right thing, it will guide you to what the right thing is, okay? So just take that step, let go of that resistance, and just move forward. Okay, very direct, this message, very masculine energy. Okay, next card we have is the unexpected. Now, this card was unexpected because the way it actually fell onto the table is sideways. And I never, in all of my readings, I cannot recall, and that sounds odd because I've done many readings, cannot recall a card just literally falling straight. Like, it was perfectly straight as well, like perfectly straight on the side like that, right? And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because they normally go like this, like this, like this, right? But they never fall perfectly straight and like to the point. And I know what I want to say. I know what I need to do, and that's the energy, right? And I think you are actually you're gonna be surprised. And it's going to be unexpected for you that you actually know what to do once this decision is even made, or you find out what those blocks are, you let go of the resistance, whatever it is, something, and it might be that something unexpected is going to come to you, and then it's certain. It's like, that's the thing, it was like sure, it was certain, it was like, done, like I'm gonna lay down everything. And it's almost like it was laying down, gonna lay down everything now, the cards on the table, right? You know, something like that sort of energy coming through. You're just gonna know, and you're gonna be shocked, and it's gonna be unexpected. It's something that doesn't come around very often, because it does actually say blue moon here, right? And I do think you might be getting support in this area, because there's two people here, and there's like almost like friends, and someone's like leaning on that person's shoulder. So it's like someone you can lean on might come to your aid, might support you in this area. You might be able to get help on your way, either once you know what you're doing, or someone might actually help you to know what you're doing. If that makes sense. Okay, right, then we have crystal cards. So I've got 2 crystal cards for this moon cycle. I'm either going to read out the whole thing, or I'm just going to read out what I think is relevant. So the first crystal card we have for this moon cycle is Amazonite. Number 2, can't read my numbers. I haven't got my contact lenses in. Number 2 is all about balance and harmony. So Amazonite, essential meaning is truth, revelation, evolution, and natural flow of events. Not everything reveals itself right away in full detail. Wouldn't that be nice? But the conscious universe is unfolding a plan for you so much more brilliant than you can imagine. An Amazonite spirit is here to help you trust in the process of flow and revelation. Some things will be disclosed that may shake you up, but if so, it's all for your highest good. So pay close attention and go with it. The universe prefers you to learn your lessons without suffering. So if you allow situations to fluidly evolve instead of trying to control them, you will see that much wisdom is being made available to you right now. That's that resistance thing. Mind, body, and the universe are interconnected, so be attentive to connections you previously overlooked or thought weren't such a big deal. They have more insights for you than you might have expected. What is unfolding will help you understand your purpose and find your destiny. You don't have to be a victim of fate, and with your future defined by repeating lessons learned in the past, You are being prepared for something awesome that you are already moving towards. Excitement and trust are in order. Relationship message. Love is sometimes so blind and we see what we want to see. Thus, we might need a little nudge from the universe in order to become aware of something bigger on the horizon for us. Maybe this relationship isn't meant to be, but rather is here to prepare you for the one you most deserve. Or maybe it needs to change into a new and better form, and you have to let go so it can evolve naturally, perhaps developing into something deeper and more meaningful. Maybe what you have been worried about is an obstacle to trust and intimacy placed there to help you and your partner grow and become even more connected in love. Fear not, for what is being revealed is for the highest good of all. The conscious universe wants you to be happy and has much to teach you about getting in your own way. Be open to revelations you're about to experience. Prosperity message. Situations change, requiring us to change too, but we like the familiarity of old patterns, even when they aren't working. Now, however, as a potential future is revealing itself to you, you're feeling the challenge of letting go of the old and embracing the new. You have enough and you are enough, but you still have some growing to do to fully embrace what is unfolding. So pay attention to what is being disclosed. Let go of your need to steer your boat and let the river of life carry you forward. Ask the universe to help you to be brave and enthusiastic as an unfamiliar map unfurls before you, and trust that its treasures will be all revealed when you are ready. Prosperity and abundance are your natural state, and you are returning to that. Open to a new plan now. Amazonite Spirit is calling you to tread a path that will take you away from false beliefs about your potential. Then we have the Tiger Eye, which is the next card. And that is number 56. So 6 and 5 together is 11. 11s ones are all about new beginnings, new doorways, new starts, fresh starts, all of that. Also about positive thoughts. Okay. So the essential meaning of Tiger Eye is positive willpower, optimism, the power to manifest essence into form, clear purpose. Everything, including our planet, began as an idea in the sea of infinite possibility before becoming manifest in the realm of form, and the conditions you see today are the result of intentions created in the past. Know that in this moment you have the power to begin co-creating something new with the universe. You have what it takes to do what needs to be done. So with that clear intention in mind, take a deep breath, roll up your sleeves and begin the work, for it's manifesting time. Tiger Eye Spirit reminds you to not get distracted by the largeness of a task, as you have the conscious universe working with you, sending allies and messages to make the job easier. Like the mountain goat ascending the peak one step at a time, you can let go of your worries and just look for the next foothold as you begin the manifestation process. Prepare the soil for planting, crack a book that will educate you in this next phase, and get ready for some powerful manifestation energy to partner with you. I'm just going to see what the other messages are, see if they're relevant. Okay, I'm just going to read the prosperity message because this bit kind of refers to what I said earlier. So prosperity message. I feel like it's gone dark in here. Oh, sorry if it has. Prosperity message. This is the perfect moment to take action towards co-creating wealth. For Tiger Eye Spirit is giving you momentum for manifestation. Make your move now with your eyes open, remembering that intentions you have set may coalesce in the realm of form in unexpected ways. Abundance is yours, and today the energy of wealth creation is strong. Work with it, respecting its power as you build what you imagine, claim and deserve. So that goes really well. Yeah, it is a very powerful stone, that one. So if you have a tiger's eye, then use it. If you don't, go and get one, or just, pay attention to that message and really cultivate that. Okay. So that is your moon messages reading for this moon cycle. I hope it supported you well. If you do want to book a personal reading with me, all my details are in the description box. Please do hit the subscribe button, like it, comment, share, all of that stuff, because it really helps to support the channel and get the message out there to more people. So thank you once more, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.